And we are backstage. We will be live on River West Radio in about 20 seconds.
Awesome. Hmm. Hmm.
Welcome to Ability MKE Now. My name is Sue Roskoff, and here at Ability MKE Now, we are a show all about integration, bringing people with disabilities and people that don't have a disability together, enjoying life here in the Milwaukee area. We all have different abilities, and here at Ability MKE Now, we dive into this topic of diverse abilities. The concept of disability hits a wide range of possibilities. We could be talking about physical or mental disabilities, the deaf and hard of hearing community, blindness, chronic pain, mental health diagnosis, goals of substance use reduction, and the list goes on. We all have our own experience with disability, whether it's our own or with people we know or people we encounter in our daily lives. Here at Ability MKE Now, we break down the barriers and celebrate the ability in all of us. I, as always, am so happy to have the lovely Miss Denise Vargas joining us. So I'm going to go ahead and bring you in right away. Denise, how you doing tonight?
I am doing fabulous. Thank you for having me.
You want to remind everybody who you are and what you do?
I am a lifestyle strategist and I help people with their entrepreneurship and wellness journey.
Excellent. And we have a friend that you and I have both known for a very long time who is joining us tonight. I am so excited to have Miss Debbie Miller joining us this evening that we get to introduce her to Milwaukee. So Debbie, welcome. So glad you're here.
Thank you. It's great to be here and to chat with you. And of course, our diva. So I'd love being here. Thanks.
Excellent. Well, we have known Debbie for, gosh, I think we must be about 4 years in the making at this point. We've known each other through the Happy Neighborhood Project, and she does a lot of wonderful things for a lot of people. And her big thing that she works with us is on the legal side. So I wonder if you want to just give a little insight on what it is that you do and what your company is all about.
Thank you. Yes, I love being able to help our friends and families and our small business owners as well have access to law firms for an affordable rate. And I love that, you know, at least for me, I didn't assume that I needed an attorney for a lot of things. I did want my will written, which I had no clue, except I figured it would cost a lot of money, which I didn't have. So I sort of just blew it off, I guess. At least put it on the back burner, thinking it would be something for later. But as I have aged, it's because, especially in the last few years, there are so many things that we can all use an attorney for, and it really doesn't have anything to do with me being criminally minded or any of those kind of things. It's just like things keep popping up in my life, and I'm like, I have no clue how to answer this or deal with this. So I'm always appreciate that I can pick up my phone and call an attorney and actually have them talk to me. It's like today or tomorrow for sure, if it's late in the day, and get answers that are really good answers. So that's important. I know, Sue, you have a daughter, so I know for myself, I have an opinion with a lot of things that even my kids and grandkids come up against. However, somehow it doesn't actually equal uh, the same facts or the truth that the legal area of life actually need. And so I appreciate that we actually have that access for them.
Yeah, because how many of us are any sort of expert in legal matters? I would be lost in that whole realm because I don't have that education. I don't have that background, and it takes a special person to go down that path because there's a lot to it. And to be able to have access to that knowledge is so important because we all come across times in our life where we need advice and need an opinion, need some kind of help because whatever we're dealing with is just a little beyond what I can personally take care of, right?
True.
So, well, I know we do have one other friend joining us. I'm going to ask you for some stories because I know you've got lots of them where there's examples of benefits that people have gotten from having this. But I do want to make sure to get Alan to come on in here and join us. Mr. Alan Holmes, so glad to have you joining us tonight. How are you doing, sir?
Good morning, good evening, wherever you may be. It's probably evening somewhere. This is Debbie Miller and the legendary diva. Hello, Sue. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here. And if you want to just remind everybody again here who you are, what you all do, because I know you are my human Rolodex. I love that phrase.
Yeah, there's a saying out there: you get in to fit in. I do a mastery of connections on Wednesdays, so I come and support Mr. Kurt Roskab and Emily. But I specialize in connecting business owners, entrepreneurs, and consumers with unique and innovative resources. As I like to be known as a master connector or human search engine, or as Tommy Tong calls me, the human Rolodex. As a matter of fact, I just had Tommy on my show just this morning, and it was just incredible. Which is just love having fun and supporting the Legal Shield crowd, because I know that I'm part of that. It's just a network as a member, and a associate, and want to support Debbie and Diva. I'm just honored to be here to be part of the legal crowd, because like you said, as a master connector, I know that you need that team around you, and what better team than be someone with a company that's been around that long and supporting those who need when they need it the most. So you're not by yourself.
Exactly. Perfect. So, Debbie, I want to just ask, can you share some stories where people have reached out to your company? And I know I've heard stories in the past. What are some that stand out to you where they've been so glad to be part of what you do?
Sure, I'd love to. I guess one of the stories that I love a lot is the young wife of a veteran who was deployed at the mechanic shop, getting her car repaired because her air conditioner wouldn't work. Now, it's winter or summer season here in Kansas City, and it is often really hot. So anyway, she was there, and the mechanic wanted to replace both water pumps in her car and gave her a price. And since her husband was deployed, she had no one to call to ask, is this a good price? Is this good anything? She had no idea. So she actually called her law firm, and the attorney talked to her like right then, got all the information from her, got her calmed down. And then when he hung up from her, he called the mechanic shop, actually talked to the mechanic himself, and just informed him that he was aware, as the mechanic, that there's no car in the world that has two water pumps. And therefore he expected this man to fix this lady's car immediately, quickly, and as inexpensively as possible, or he would see to it that this company, his business, was investigated, because he was pretty sure there had been other situations like this that maybe they didn't have an attorney to call. And I'm just thinking, I would never have thought to call an attorney on something like that. I have been at the parts store or other places, expecting kind of that same treatment. You're getting baffled information. You don't know what to do. And so, I mean, I was impressed that he would take that much time to deal with it for her, and protect our veterans and their wives, but also just to be there for her. So I that really impressed, one of those stories that impressed me a lot.
I can't even imagine being in a situation like that because literally she's being financially taken advantage of. And luckily for her, she had someone that she could call. And that is something that is, I mean, that I think a lot of us have been in situations where we wish we had a resource. We wish we had a way to just double check, is this right? Because I mean, as a woman who goes to get a car fixed, I swear there was a day, gosh, 20 years ago, long time ago, I would put money on that I got taken advantage at a mechanic's shop at one point as well. Like it's one of those absolutely amazingly frustrating, horrible experiences that you wouldn't wish on anyone. It's like you just want to get a job done. You want good things to happen. You're already in a bad spot because you need a repair and you know it's going to cost you, but it should just cost the right amount, right? A fair
Right.
price. It shouldn't be that someone's trying to charge you for two of something when there only could possibly be one. So, gosh, to have that legal backing that you actually can be certain of what you're getting into and what is happening, that just it actually breaks my heart that someone went through that. But at least she had
Yeah.
you and your company there to be able to back her up and help out.
Right. Yeah. It is heartbreaking that somebody would try to take advantage of, I mean, but we know that we're all taken advantage of more than once or twice in our life. And so that being able to just pick up a phone and not even worrying about the costs that could entail, because there was no extra cost this term monthly subscription. So there's no big deal for that.
Excellent. And I know, Diva, you've got a fair amount of experience with company with this company as well. So I'm just curious what your insights are for the comfort it gives you.
Well, as a person with a disability, it's good to know that when you are unsure about something, you can pick up the phone, you can call them. We even have an app. So how awesome is that, right? But here's the thing. How many people they think they know the ADA, right? The Americans with Disabilities Act. They think that they know all the legalities about it, right? Even as a person with a disability, I would think that I would know everything. But you know what? I don't know everything. And I might fall into a problem or a situation where I'm thinking, hmm, is this compliant? Like, this doesn't seem right, right? Like, how awesome is it that you can even take a picture and send it to your attorney and have them look at it and give them your opinion, right? Of what you thought maybe should be. And then they tell you, well, legally, this is what needs to happen. So it's just really great to know that, hey, we can all afford to have attorneys literally in our back pocket.
That it is a comfort. I know I'm thinking too of some friends that have disabilities that it comes up, right? There's a lot more things to worry about. There's a lot more legal matters along the way that are unique, perhaps. And to have a way to ask the questions that need to be asked, that's huge. That we I think for myself, how nice to be able to have that team around you basically, because I know with a lot of the things we do with Happy Neighborhood Project, we've met so many great people, and to have, in my mind, that's this massive team of people that we can reach out to, because if I need somebody with XYZ expertise, if I don't know who has that, I'm pretty sure somebody in my network here is going to know somebody who can help out with whatever it might be. So I'm so glad we're able to share resources with each other in that way, right? So, Debbie, I know one thing that you've been known for is it says right on your name there, Debbie Dub Miller. Do you want to share a little bit about what is Dub?
Thank you. Well, with our Happy Neighborhood Project, I have been blessed at least with a video company called Dub. Now, I am not the techie person. You know, my kids were in the high school actually when we got our first computer in our home. So it was you know, I'm way behind the times in learning all these things. So the Dub platform was a great way for me to make videos and get them out, just to remind people to come to our meetings, remind people of the beauties of the snowstorms or the flowers that are blooming right now or whatever. But they have it, the program sets up things a lot easier for me than trying to figure out, do I push this button or do I push that button? You know, I push a button and I can do the video, and I can actually see if people watch the video, how many of them watched it, how much of it they watched. So I appreciate it. It, you know, helped with my learning curve in a lot of ways. So
That is amazing. I know I've heard about the Dub program for a long time, but I've never actually dove in to get the meat of what it all is. I know it's a video sharing tool, and you know you can send a video message to somebody, but that's about as far as I've gotten. So I appreciate the insights because it's not, is that something? How does that work? There's a subscription kind of thing, I'm assuming, with them,
right,
and
yeah, it's a subscription plan, and they actually have a lot of tutorials. So and you can actually call up and an actual person will help walk you through if the things that you don't actually understand, because sometimes, you know, the tutorials and understanding don't actually collide, at least for me. And so I've appreciated the hands-on trainings that I can get to, and the things that they already have in place set up so that all I have to do is plug in, you know, a few things, keywords maybe, or different things like that to help get my messages out even farther. So I appreciate that.
excellent. So, well, and Ellen, I just want to head your way here for just a moment. I'm kind of curious what's all been happening in your corner of the world, and if you have any news and updates for us, or if you want to react to anything that Debbie was talking about. But I just want to make sure you have a chance to share a bit here tonight too.
Well, you know, it's ironic you said that. And me and my wild personality, I have a good and the not so good. The not so good, it's actually important on the good, and let me explain a little bit. As you know, that well, we don't know that my identity was stolen back in March. Well, I am definitely on top of it with Legal Shield. And this morning, and I read, just to show you what's going out there, there was a text, and that's what I was looking at earlier, from a U.S. Postal Service, which was not, by the way, U.S. Postal Service. And it says, and I quote, "Your package has reached our transit center, but incomplete address details causing issues. Resolve this by clicking the link below. Best wishes, USPS customer." And some galvani.cn. First of all, that is not the post office. I guess they think Alan didn't have enough coffee this morning, so they decided to send me this. But see, this is what happens when you don't know about the Legal Shield. So live and in color, a testimonial that this is what happens to make sure. So that was the not so good, but the good news. The other good news is I actually had the honor and privilege of coming across a amazing platform that was actually on. It's a human avatar. You can check it out on my website. You see it. It looks like an individual. You can actually upload your face, or you can pick and it is the wildest thing I've ever seen. The CEO on there is actually speaking Japanese, and you can turn it in any language. It took me less than a minute to create it. So each one of you on here, Miss Diva or Debbie or Sue, just let me know a photo. I'll just go ahead and create one for you. We'll see next time. We'll see what it looks like. But it is the wildest thing that I've ever seen. And then, of course, I have some other strategic partners that I have been invited to. It's an incredible Elevate event. This weekend is going to be a global event that I can definitely blah, blah, blah about what you're doing. And then, of course, getting ready with Kurt and Emily with the event that's coming out, the virtual event on next week. So other than that, I've just been having fun. I'm a wrestling fan, so and baseball season's here. I'm not a basketball fan. Don't tell my wife that. She loves the Golden State Warriors, but I understand the Lakers got a new coach, so they are happy. The Olympics are about to starting, and it's about 95 degrees and climbing in Southern California, and I am trying to stay hydrated in the world. So there's a lot of things have been going on. I know that. See, that's what happens. You ask me one question, I zoom off and then 10 other things. So back to you, Miss Sue. I'm glad to be part of the World of Ability. We're a great, just a great panel here. I'm just honored to be a privilege of incredible professional ladies like Debbie Miller, Miss Diva, the Queen, the legendary. Her birthday month was last month, but we celebrated all year, so don't worry. Don't tell anybody. It's because it's Santa Papa. By the way, I was on with Santa Papa and Diva last week. So we got an early Christmas in July. That's where it came from. So back to you, Sue.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Alan. And Diva, I want to pass the mic over to you as well and give you a chance to share what's the latest and greatest going on with you.
Latest and greatest, you know what? There's always something new and exciting. I network with so many amazing people. These amazing people right here. I network with them all the time. I am always meeting some new amazing people. I learned about some new amazing products, which is great because I add those products or services into my toolbox so I can share with my customers. So yeah, all is good. Summertime is here. I'm a summer baby, love the sunshine. So it is a good day here in the neighborhood.
Yeah, with summer being here, you know us, we do a lot of water skiing, and it is time to actually have our adaptive water skiing events taking place here as well. So I should be sure to mention it's actually this Friday. So this Friday, 2 days from now, on June 28th, we are going to be down in Burlington at Fisher Park. And there's the group down there. It's with the Lindsay Legis Free Water Ski Club. And last I heard, I think we've got 26 was the last word I heard. 26 people who are registered to do some adaptive skiing with us. And I am so excited. The weather looks like it's going to be good. And it is so much fun. So have you guys seen what adaptive skiing looks like? I'm not sure if I've ever shared a picture.
I have.
You have?
Pretty amazing.
So we use a sit ski. So it is something where our participants can actually sit in the ski. And then we have 2 stand-up skiers, 1 on each side. And we all go out a group of 3 at a time behind the boat that way. So I am so excited to get a chance to go out. And it'll be my first time this season actually doing some adaptive skiing. We did have an event, about 3 weeks ago. And that one, we got there a little late just because of some other commitments we had. So we got there as the event was just wrapping up, and it was like the roughest water I've ever seen. It was amazing that they got it all in. It was great. Everybody had a wonderful time, and the group is going to be coming back again next year. But oh my goodness, there was borderline whitecaps going on, and it still was an amazing event. And participants had fun. We had great feedback from it. But 'tis the season here to be having some fun time on the water. So just out of curiosity, what's everybody's that's my favorite thing of the summer is doing our skiing and doing our adaptive water skiing. How about you guys? What's your favorite thing that you look forward to yet this summer? I'll start with you, Debbie.
Family time, being together. 4th of July, we'll have most of the family together to watch fireworks and have some food together. So that's a really awesome special event for me. And the very next day is my 53rd anniversary. So we'll celebrate all at one time.
That's spectacular. I love it. Alan, how about you? What are you looking forward to yet this summer?
Oh, just taking one day at a time and enjoying the sun. And of course, anybody knows I'm a baseball fan and a wrestling fan. So there's an event that's going on, and there's 2 pay-per-view events, and I'll be sitting and being lazy. And just, I never know where I'm going to be. I don't know. I just might pop up zooming around somewhere around the neighborhood. I mean, hey, Diva, there she is. And I may just come zooming into New York. Who knows? I just pop up.
Excellent. Well, and Diva, how about you?
You know, I'm gonna do exactly what I did today. And the beauty about being an entrepreneur is that you can do this. I went outside, sat out there, just enjoyed the sun and just the freedom of knowing that it's not cold, it's not raining, it's just beautiful. And I'm an entrepreneur. I can make my own hours. I can do whatever I want. And that's exactly what I did. Sat out there and did nothing but enjoy the sun.
Definitely need to find time to soak up that sun, get your vitamin D going on, and just make the most. And, you know, we all have to remember to slow down once in a while and take care of ourselves. Do you ever notice we all get busy? It's hard, quote unquote, to find time to just take care of you and to be able to have those few moments. I got to look up a friend I met, a friend I met. How do you like that for a phrase? So with Happy Neighborhood Project, I feel like I'm constantly meeting new friends, right? And one of the gentlemen that I was speaking with today, he is all about, he does a lot of business coaching, that type of thing. And he helps you find your confidence. And a phrase he used was he helps people find your strength in your uniqueness. And just the way he said that really kind of hit me. It's like, find your strength in your uniqueness. I love that because that's something that kind of hit me with what we do here. You know, what we are all about integrating everybody, whatever your unique thing is. I know a good friend that he's a full-time wheelchair user. He's always been saying, look at my ability, not my disability. And it's something that is always stuck in my head because of what it is and what it says, you know, because it's so easy to be like, oh, the first thing you see is the wheelchair, right? So it's hard to forget that he's in a wheelchair, but we've been good friends for so long. It's like, I don't even see a wheelchair. I see him, right? And that's what I challenge people to actually do, is to look beyond what's the obvious in front of you. And again, find your strength in your uniqueness. So I know we're down to just a couple minutes here, but I just want to ask you guys, what does that mean to you? What do you hear when you hear that? Because to me, it was inspiring just to think about, yeah, finding what is your uniqueness? What does that mean to you? Actually, Diva, I'm going to start with you on that.
What it means to me is, and I tell this to everyone, we all have our own special gift, talent, ability, right? It's just the same way that we all have our own challenges. We all have that one unique gift that just comes natural to you. And for me, I think it's just talking to people. I like getting to know people. I can talk to people. I'll go up to a total stranger and start a conversation. So I think that is one of the things that I think I'm pretty good at.
Awesome. Well, and I know I want to give Debbie just maybe about 30 seconds here. If you want to answer that question, or if there's any last thoughts you want to share, I will give you the floor.
Well, I guess first off, I'm just appreciate that our legal teams can be there at a moment's notice if we need, as we find those special skills and abilities that we do have, that we're not allowing anyone to take advantage of us. For whatever reason, we can always call and have somebody there to be behind us.
It is so comforting to know that we can have somebody who's got our back. And when we need to reach out, there's somebody there. So I appreciate what you do. So thank you guys so much for being here tonight. Mr. Alan Holmes, Debbie Miller, and Denise Vargas. I can't say enough good things about what you guys all bring to the world. Thank you so much for being here tonight. I challenge everybody to find your strength in your own uniqueness as you go through this upcoming week. My name again is Sue Roskoff, and as always, we thank you.